We're live from Mountain View-Liberty High School. Jeff McNeil joined by Coach Eric Sloan. The Tigers lose their season finale tonight, 29-18 to the Eagles. Coach, what's your assessment of that ball game tonight?
You know, I thought we played pretty well coming out the gate, and you know, that's the best I've played as a head coach coming to Liberty. You know, it's such a tough place to play, and all the tradition that they got here. And you know, we come out and kind of hit them in the mouth right off the bat, and marched the ball right down the field, went and scored, and you know, played pretty well for most of the first half. And then, you know, we started having some mental breakdowns, and you know, that put us in some awkward spots and some penalties, and you know, we just shot ourselves in the foot at the wrong times, and you know, we couldn't recover. And there at the fourth quarter, we got it within 4 points again, and you know, we couldn't hold them on defense, and they scored. You know, then we start throwing it every play, and had some drops and had some penalties, and just didn't get it done.
When you look back at this ball game and you think about it tonight on the way home, and even later tonight and into this weekend, do you feel like your guys are close? Do you feel like you're close to really turning a corner here? Because it feels that way. I wonder how you feel.
Yeah, I feel like that. I mean, you can just see it at times. I mean, it's just clicking, and things that we do in practice is showing up on the field. And, some really nice things are happening, and a lot of kids are contributing. And you know, at times you just feel like, man, at any moment we're going to take off and really go and do exactly what we're capable of, and start to beat the guys on the schedule that you're probably not supposed to beat. So, you know, I think we're close. Still a lot of work to do, but, you know, I think we're much closer now than we were at the beginning of the year.
Let's recap some of this ball game, Coach. We get the opening kickoff, filled the ball on the 50-yard line. First play, Peyton Dixon, 50 yards to the house, 14 seconds into the game, 6-0. You can't draw one up any better start than that, can you?
No, not at all. I didn't realize, I guess, we scored on the first play. I thought it was...
Yeah, first play of scrimmage.
Nice. I thought it was second or third maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Great job again by the offensive line, and Dixon stayed patient and found the hole and accelerated. You know, that's just some of the stuff that we've really improved on since the beginning of the year. And offensive line play's gotten so much better, and backs are hitting the holes and staying patient, and you know, that's very helpful, especially playing a team with skilled players like Liberty's got.
Right. One area, Coach, that we haven't done well the last 2 weeks, even though we played well, is the conversion attempts after touchdowns. We were 0 for 4 last week and 0 for 3 this week. Talk about what you see there and your approach with going for 2 out there.
You know, we haven't had a whole lot of success kicking the football. You know, and our offense is pretty well based around 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and you know, you put the ball in the middle of the field, and we're converting on that. And you know, there's some real key opportunities that we're leaving out there, and you know, it's just something we got to get better at.
Right. They score, and then we answer right back at the 5:08 mark before the halftime break. Gavin Alston, 5:08 in the first quarter. Gavin Alston has a 70-yard run down the sideline to set up Peyton's 1-yard run. Again, Gavin making plays, and down the stretch of this season, he's really become a nice weapon for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, and again, I mean, that's a kid that's been told his whole life he's too little to play football, and you know, I think he's earning some respect in the conference, and he's doing some really nice things and running hard. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it seems like it didn't take much of a hit, and it was knocking him down, and now he's just running mad. You know, I'm very happy with the progress he's made. You know, it's fun to see an undersized guy have some success. It's a lot of fun.
And the third touchdown you guys scored tonight is the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Dakota Burchett, your sophomore quarterback, 55-yard run. We saw him do this at Kabul on a 50-yarder, and I think I was even more impressed tonight because he's pulling away from fast guys here at Liberty High School. I was just super impressed by his speed on that play.
Yeah, and again, I mean, he doesn't look fast because he's got them humongous strides, but man, he covers a lot of ground, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to know his 100th time because he chews up a lot of ground in a hurry. And, it's fun to see him start to have some success, and he's taken this leadership role. It's his team now, and he's running with that role, and it's fun to watch him coach guys on the field. And if they need chewing, he's chewing on them, and when they need a pat on the backside, he's doing that too. So it's fun to see, him owning that job and taking responsibility for it and leading us.
Ultimately, what do you feel like was the demise of the ball game tonight? They threw the ball a lot, had completed a lot. Orchard went for over 160 yards on about 31 carries, but that run and pass, it seemed like they had both. They were pretty balanced tonight, and it makes it tough, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's Liberty, and that's been a thing for the 4 years I've been in Houston. That's been Houston's weakness, and I think we're getting better at it, but we still have a long way to go. Orchard's a special talent, and we knew wherever they lined him up, we had to be aware of it, and they handed it to him. They threw it to him. Sometimes he'll line up at quarterback. Didn't do that tonight, but man, he's a typical Mountain View athlete. I mean, you just see it with the Gastineau kid and Ackland's older son and Pruitt in recent years. I mean, they always have that one kid that's just a phenomenal athlete, and we got to see that again tonight, and hats off to him.
As well as we played, and as physical as we played at time, the mental game seemed just off tonight. Would you say so?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where our heads were at times. I mean, a lot of crucial assignments that we blew. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that. We just didn't do our job several times, and kids just look at each other and kind of question, like, what are you doing? Oh man, I forgot. Well, you can't do that against a team like this and expect to win it at the end. And penalties, one right after another. It seemed like at crucial times, and again, you can't do that and give yourself a chance to win. So got to clean that up.
Well, the regular season's behind us. There were many scenarios that could have played out to figure out where we would go, or might even host a game next week. I think we could have slid up as high as 3 and fallen down to 6, and unfortunately we've fallen to 6. It looks like we might be going to Stratford next week. Misha hadn't completely updated that, but it's looking like that's a possibility. Your thoughts on where you've ended up in the district, and if we are going to Stratford, your thoughts on headed there for the opening of districts next Friday?
I know one thing, I'm not very smart because I can't figure any of it out. I don't understand it. They need to give a how-to guide to read that thing or something.
You got to be a chemist.
Something. I don't know. I hope they get it updated and finalized pretty soon. If we go to Stratford, it's somebody that we see every few years, so don't know a lot about them. But the way the district is, there's so many conference teams in there. I don't know. I mean, do you want to play somebody twice or travel up to Springfield and play somebody in that area that you play every few years? I don't know.
Right.
I like the way we're playing right now. I think we're playing good football at the right time of the year. So the way we've played, the last month, we've gotten a whole lot better. So, no matter who we play, I think if we play to our capabilities and eliminate some of the mental stuff and the penalties we had tonight, I think we had a chance to be at the ball game at the end. And if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, I mean, I might have looked at you confused. And I mean, that's how much we've developed. And got to have a good week. I think we're relatively healthy right now after the game. So hopefully, they said tomorrow night at 11 o'clock it'd be finalized. Hopefully we can get to work a little sooner than that, but I guess we'll figure this out as soon as it's updated and get to work and play Stratford or Mountain Grove or Liberty. So I don't know. I'm not smart enough to tell you who.
What are you going to say to your guys when you meet in the locker room before you leave the field tonight?
I appreciate that we didn't just have a meltdown because we were playing Liberty.
Yeah.
We've taken some absolute brutal abuse down here the last few years. I remember when I was coaching at Neosho, we played a Thursday night game, and we came home to see the family, and we drove down here, and that was a bloodbath. Yeah. So we played well with the Mountain Grove. We played pretty well against the Liberty. I mean, we're starting to play well against some of those teams that we haven't had a lot of success against in recent years. So, if there's such thing as a moral victory, I think that's a good thing that we're starting to improve in those categories. And you can put your head down and quit, or you can hold your head high and go to work. And that's what I expect us to do. And put a good week together, and we'll see what happens next Friday.
All right, Coach. Well, we don't know where we're going yet. Looks like maybe Stratford, maybe Mountain Grove, but wherever, we'll see you next Friday.
All right, sounds good.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you.
That's going to wrap it up here from Liberty High School. The Tigers lose tonight in the season finale, regular season finale, 29-18. Thanks for joining us, and we'll have live coverage of next Friday's district opener. Looks like on the road at Stratford. We'll find out and bring it to you. Just stay tuned to HoustonHerald.com. And we'll give you the scoop of what's going on. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening.